you and Robin speaking about these events got me thinking. There's one thing, ladies progressing and stuff, but if you don't have the opportunity to do it at events where you're out of your comfort zone, then you can't progress. There's only so much you can progress in an airbag and on your own. Like, you need the events, you need to see what you can do on the same course. And it's interesting because you said, the more we get invited, the sky's the limit for us. That was some of the limiting factor, was the lack of access.
Yeah, I think so. And I can't even imagine, it's so sick to look back on the slopestyle sport and the history and how long it actually has been going on. And then just after riding the Rotorua course, having that opportunity, it felt like it opened up so much more, straight away, riding a bigger course, getting comfy on ramps like that. That was the first time I think most of us got to train or ride on ramps like that, features like that. And it was a little bit of a figuring it out. But now that you've done it, it's okay, well, what's the next thing? So it's you couldn't really do that until you do it, till you get a chance. Same thing with having airbags, having training setups for slopestyle. Why would we have that? Why would sponsors pay for that when there's no slopestyle for women? Or anything like that. It was so there's if there's no platform, there's no support, and if there's no support, how could you progress? Why would you? Because there's nowhere for you to go with it. So I think it's going to be sick. I'm so stoked with Natasha Miller and Patty and all of them and growing up in this. It's going to be so insane to watch.
Yeah, it's like a chicken before the egg thing. If you don't give us events, we can't improve. If we don't improve, you're not going to invest in us and give us airbags to improve more. It was like a chicken before the egg, and no one was willing to start the process, but the process has clearly been started,
Yeah, started, and it's sick. I'm just enjoying it and trying to learn as quick as I can. There's so much that I want to achieve in it, and so much work that I have to do. So it's very much so Rotorua was really sick, and I'm keen for Cairns. Unfortunately, I'm injured at the moment, but have a good 2 weeks to train before Cairns, where I'm going to try and dial in some new stuff. I think I missed a lot of tricks that I wanted to do at Roto, just from I guess getting used to the course. I ran out of time / had a few crashes that slowed me down a bit. By the time the finals came around, I was I just need to get a run that I know I can do 100% of the time, which is kind of the advice I got from a lot of the older slopestyle guys that sort of are now more in free ride. All their advice was pick a run that you know you can do 100% of the time and do that. So yeah, that's kind of what I did. But there was a lot more that I kind of wanted, but didn't feel quite ready for a lot of reasons. But yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense with the magnitude of this whole sort of event on your lady's shoulders. You kind of want to get a run down and do it for the judges and the crowd. But so what was the emotion like for you guys? I saw the emotion through the screen when you stomped your runs, you and Robin and the rest of the field. And then I saw you guys did a victory lap. What was the emotion like at the top? Because you guys are obviously great friends and competitors. We can't shy away that you are competitors.
Yeah, no, it was really sick. Before the first run, there was a lot of nerves. I just didn't want my legs to buckle on one of the ramps. I was they were just jelly. I was just stay strong. I know before I dropped in, Limp Bizkit came on, and there was that intro, and Robin sang it just as I was dropping in, and I was sick. It was totally chilled me out and just made me have a laugh, and just as I was dropping in.
Aren't you too young to know Limp Bizkit?
No, that was our jam. It was so good. Yeah, and then by the time it got to the second run, I kind of realized that I might have injured my knee a bit, and I honestly didn't think that I could physically do a run better than my first run at that stage. I kind of talked to Rob, and it was just us two left, and it was like we were in second and third. I mean, second and first. And I was like, I think I'm good. Like, I'm happy. Like, and she was like, oh, thank God. Like, I'm good to go. I think we were both pretty like, yeah, stoked on that. So like, yeah, do you want to do a party lap down? And she was like, yeah. So we just did that, and it was super fun. And it was like, yeah, flipped the last one still, though. It was just like, kind of had to, I feel like. But yeah, it was a sick feeling. It was like a good relief that we put down a run, and it felt like just the beginning, though, kind of is what it felt like. Exactly like that. Basically like the beginning of something. There's lots to build on, lots to work on. I'm not going to deny that we are a long way off the men's field, I feel like. But I feel like that's just time. It's going to take time, and I want to work as hard as I can to be at the best level that we can be at sometime in the future. Whether that ends up being myself or whether that ends up being someone else, like, it's going to happen. So yeah.